Okay, Space Invaders, final project. First things first, I initially built this in 1024 by 896 resolution. So when you launch it up, it's kind of a half screen. So we'll maximize it. As you saw, there was the instruction screen, and now here's the select screen. And you'll notice I didn't do two-player because I was coming in kind of hot with this, so I decided to focus on the single-player functionality. So incomplete with two-player. So hit 1, and as you can see, the high score and the score for the first player is all blanked out. So hit 1. Also, I have the collision boxes. I didn't have that dynamically toggled. I have that in code. So as you can see it now, it's all collision boxes. In my initial game object, I have or the game class, the Space Invaders Azul game. I have with the initialized load content and update. I had a flag here that you can just set to true or false. I wrapped everything in this GameManager, and I pass in that collision box flag. The update's kind of trimmed down a little bit. The draw also is very trimmed down. I use the font manager to actually draw the different scores, the lives, and the credits as well, depending on the state machine that I designed for the game state. I did not get to unload content. Something I obviously had missed out on entirely. I was going to get to that eventually, and unfortunately I was not able to complete that barring time. I wanted to get this single player functionality working. I can show you too my state pattern that I'd used for the game. So I created a new game CS file like a genius. So I have my own game class with a default constructor that is just specifically for the demo / select screen. This is where I do all my initialization. I also have my input subject with observers for each key input that you press. And this was the key part, was the constructor that I passed in the first round flag and the collision boxes flag, just because I didn't get that to work dynamically. I tried, but it got a little hairy, so I just decided to do a quick and easy fix just so I can kind of move forward. If it's the first round, I actually initialize the walls, because obviously we don't want to create new walls for each round if you're progressing on the happy path. Otherwise, I'm changing the grid height, so this is where it changes the difficulty. Kind of running out of time, so I will launch it again without the collision boxes. And I'll give the audio a whirl too, because it's pretty loud, so I'll turn the audio on and I'll play for a little bit just so you can kind of see it in action. Alright, so as you can tell, I was lucky enough to hit a couple bombs and a UFO bomb. You can hear the audio associated with that as well. And I don't know if you could also hear as the number of aliens in the grid went down, the march gets progressively faster. And as you can see, they're also animating. They're animating and moving to the beat as well. So here, I'll turn the audio back on for a sec so you got to hear it all. Sorry. Yeah, that's the first round for you. As you can see too, during the demo, I'm also to break through the shield as well. Something that I wanted to fix, which I never got around to, was the resolution, because as you can see, I shoot what seems like one, but it's actually two columns overlaying each other. So it kind of looks like there's 20 bricks, but in actuality, it's just an overlap of the bricks and the columns. So you can see that the live's updated as well. I completed a round without dying, and therefore I got an extra life. And I died a couple times too, so you can kind of hear the audio. And there's my, kind of have a bug with the removing of the explosion splat. I'll kind of try to complete this round so you can see that it doesn't crash after 2 rounds. And then I'll die, and then you can see that the high score is updated. So this is a very rewarding yet very challenging class. I love this project so very much. It was such a challenge. It was so hard just to get to understand these design patterns and to implement them, because it's a very abstract concept, and putting it into play and putting it to life with this was just the best way to learn about design patterns. And honestly, I wish I would have taken this class before I started working, because design patterns are key and they're huge. But with great power comes great responsibility. So yeah, and as you mentioned, you can create your own nightmare, and I obviously have created my own little nightmare in here. So let's see if I can complete this out to finish this video for you. There you go, 2 rounds without crashing yet. Just a little minor bug there. So that's pretty much it. I'll cover in more detail about my feedback as well as the design patterns in my design document. So hope you enjoyed it. It's been a great quarter.